Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Going for my third shave using Face Fat shaving soap in a row. Now the videos haven't uploaded every day, but I have done them every day. They'll just upload whenever I upload them, maybe 2, 3, 4 at a time, I don't know. That's the part I'm finding a little bit hard to find the time for. So they will happen, but they'll just upload in chunks. So you can watch what you want and you can just disregard them all if you cannot be asked. So Face Fat. Western Australian small batch artisan maker. Craig Stanley is the artisan, and the soap there, as you can see, is a slightly sort of grey colour. Obviously all the natural things that are in there make it that colour. It's not bright white like a lot of soaps. And the scent today is lavender. It smells like lavender, surprise surprise, but it is a nice lavender. It's a real quality essential oil that Craig uses, and the scent is nice. It's not my blow away scent, and I'll more than likely end up either trading. I'll probably trade this one away, or I don't know, I might do it but I might actually even do it as part of like a little giveaway, a mini giveaway just in the middle of nowhere, because it's not a soap that I'll keep picking up because it is lavender. It's not my, I've just got too many soaps, so it's no disrespect to Craig the artisan, his soap is awesome, it's just not my sort of scent that I want to keep picking up all the time. However, we'll get stuck in today. Now the brush I'm using today is mainly just for a bit of luck, hopefully, as the transfer window closes today at 5 PM in the UK, so 12 midnight over here in Western Australia. So I'm going to be using my custom Frilot 2-band badger. Now this is a Magard knot, which I believe is a Yahtzee knot, whatever they are, and as you can see on the bottom there, Manchester United logo. Now this knot is actually very, very dense, very soft, and it is a really good quality knot. Now, as I've said in the past several times, I'm happier to, believe it or not, pay more for the same knot that I can get from Yahtzee or DS Cosmetic or anywhere else that's doing these sort of knots. I would rather pay more to an actual company in America or the UK or Australia than go direct, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I don't know, you try and pick out how crazy my mind works. That's just my thought process on it. So yes, transfer deadline day for the English Premier League, the English Premier League, and Manchester United's summer so far in terms of spending's been pretty quiet, really. I'm not going to say it's been poor, because at the end of the day they've spent hundreds of millions over the past, since Ferguson left, and we still don't, in my opinion, have a team strong enough to compete for the Champions League, the Premier League, even the FA Cup, in my opinion. There's teams in the Premier League now, your Chelsea's, I mean Chelsea were pretty poor last year, but who knows, Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham haven't changed much, and they all look like an excellent shout for all of them, they really do. Liverpool, sadly enough, for me, I think they're going to really be the ones that will run Manchester City to the very end of the end of the Premier League. I can't see any other team really staying close to those two. If Tottenham manage to sign Jack Grealish, I think that's an excellent signing, and to be brutally honest, I think he'd be a great signing for United, but I think Fred and Matic and young McTominay coming through, I think it's a sort of player that might get wasted at Manchester United, like most players do at the moment. I've got Alexis Sanchez, who had an excellent pre-season. I was really impressed with him. But then we've got a player who I really rate and think he'll go into great things, Martial, who looks like he could be on the way out. And I'll be gutted if he leaves, because I think he'll do a good job this year. And the teams like Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, they all need strength and depth. Manchester United at the moment, in my opinion, actually have that. I know they're talking about getting centre-backs and things like that, but the centre-backs they've got are high-quality centre-backs. I think, personally, they should just persevere with it, and I think they could have done with going out and spending a little bit on getting a really high-quality, top-class striker to go along with Lukaku. Or, you know, do something crazy and actually stick Martial up front with him. And go back to the old 4-4-2 and stuff this 3-5-2 shit, or 4-5-1 or whatever the fuck crap comes out nowadays. I know the world of football is different from when I played, and it's different from when Ferguson was manager, but I do look at teams sometimes that play 4-4-2 and it really works. It works against nearly every single formation. And with a bit of pace and power up front with Martial and Lukaku, you'd be really on top of it. Right, let's split this brush out. So there's heaps of backbone with this knot from Magard. Loads of scrub, but there's no scritchiness or scratchiness. It's just lovely. It's like a really, really thick knot. It splays very easily, and as you're about to see, it creates an amazing lather as well. The soap, of course, makes a difference as well. Face fat shaving, in my opinion. The more I use it, the better I become with it, and the more I realise how high quality this base is in this soap. I mean, this stuff is thick, it's creamy, it's easy to load, it's easy to lather. I do struggle a little bit more for some reason with it. With natural hair brushes like this one, as you can see, it creates an amazing lather. Beautiful. Now the lavender scent on this isn't super strong on my face, it's sort of around about a 3. But I can smell it still, which is a good thing. But because it's a uniform or a single scent, you don't get a smell of it the whole time you shave, because there's nothing going on that tricks your mind into smelling. Not tricks your mind, but your mind smells different things. When you get a uniform scent all the time, it disappears, your nose loses scent of it, if that makes sense. The Karve Christopher Bradley razor, surprise surprise, with a brand spanking new Asco blade. I don't think I've used one of them in this razor. I do like the Ascos, they are sharp. They're not the smoothest blade, but they are very sharp. They are, in my opinion, not far behind Feather and Kai. So here we go. Apologies if the TV is too loud. I am a person who really needs, no matter what I'm doing, I need some sort of white noise in the background. Generally I pick Scottish TV shows because it reminds me of home. And the Scottish TV shows over the years in Australia have kept me from getting homesick, believe it or not. that along with my dad visiting every year, twice a year, makes a difference. Right, so first pass with the carve razor using the Asco blade was superb. The first couple of strokes, as I said, it's not as smooth as your sort of Gillette blades, pretty much all the Gillette blades. And crazy enough to say, the Derby extras, which for me in this razor are really excellent blades, and considering they're one of the cheapest you can buy. Right, pass number 2 across the grain. Yeah, it doesn't matter what blade I put in this razor, it makes it feel great. Now that roughness you get for the first few strokes with an Asco is gone. It's almost like the angle of the razor gets rid of that little bit of roughness on the edge of the blade. Yeah, this blade, yeah, I can't. At the end of the day, for me, I don't think I'll come across a blade better than the Gillette spoiler, the American-made Gillette Super Stainless spoiler blade. I don't think I will come across anything better than that. But this razor brings everything close to that quality. I don't know why and how it works. And look, it's going to be a personal thing. You might grab a carve razor and it won't work for you. I will say, however, since I got my carve razor, and several of the viewers and several people on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram that I've seen that I've got it and used it and highly praised it, that have now got it, I would say over 90% of them that have one now absolutely love it. Now, it might not be their go-to daily razor like mine's, because they've got other razors that they enjoy. But really, if you want a razor, in my opinion, that's got the ability to be your first and last razor of your life, and it will make any blade that you've got feel great. Especially, surprisingly, the milder blades, your Derbys, your Astras. This blade feels super smooth, super sharp, super efficient, very comfortable. That there is normally, if a blade's not right or the razor's not right, I get a little bit of soreness as I'm going across, because that's actually against the grain in that angle. Now with this blade in this razor, and most blades, pretty much every blade in this razor, I don't feel nothing. That's just the only way I've been able to describe it previously, is it feels like it's just peeling the hairs off. Superb. Right, just Just a little bit round the lips now, like normal. You can really smell that lavender when you get it under your nose. But the lather, really, I mean, that's a little bit clear now because it's a bit thinner. Superb. Good splash of cold water. What I normally do is splash with the warm to rinse all the soap off, and then a good splash of ice cold water. Cold water, it's pretty much ice cold water at the moment over here. It's done nothing but rain for the past 3 months, pretty much. So I'm just going to let that dry in just now while I clean the brush out. I'm going to be finishing off today with MAOL Grooming Wild Flowers, which is the floral scent from MAOL Grooming's aftershave splash range, which for me at the moment is just excellent stuff, which really helped clear up my skin. You can see even after the shave today, there's hardly any redness in my skin. I'm noticing sort of 10-15 minutes after I use this splash, my skin feels very soft, very hydrated, and it just feels great. All the redness seems to come out when I use it, but 10-15 minutes later it just dissipates away. I've got no redness left. So real top quality aftershave splash to go with a top quality soap, and in my opinion, for today at least, or every day for me, the best razor on the planet. Now, Karve shaving company, based out of Canada. Chris Kirchen is I suppose the artisan or the machinist who designed and makes these razors, and it was a collaboration between himself, Christopher, and Christopher Bradley, and it is a superb razor, and I cannot wait to get my hands on a stainless steel version or a titanium version. Now, I do know that they are coming. I also know that instead of what's happened with the brass when I got hold of it and the sales went through the roof, is that Chris is going to actually make sure that he builds his stock up so that whenever it releases and people start clicking by with all the plates and all the what sizes and everything, he can pack them in boxes and ship them straight away, and that's what he's looking at. So the release of the stainless razor and then the titanium afterwards will fall sort of like that. So rest assured, whenever he's ready to start selling it, he'll have enough stock that you can just click your fingers and it's in the mail, and that's really what you really want, unlike what's been happening. So post shave from face fat, I'm not joking, you can walk away like this, absolutely no issues at all. My skin feels so hydrated, it feels lovely, and it is full of awesome skin food, the soaps from face fat. What a smooth, comfortable, close shave, really. But I am going to finish off with some MAOL Grooming. So there is the bottle from MAOL Grooming, all the way from Canada. It does have alcohol in it, but I'm not sure whether this is actually alcohol based. Now, I know there's alcohol in it, but it could actually be like a water based splash. So I'm not sure how the restrictions on air shipping go, but I do know things like tallow and steel have alcohol in them, but they are classed as a water-based splash. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm assuming with that sort of thing, you can still send it by air. Oh. Now, one thing I will say for MAOL Grooming is that this one is it's non-menthol. It's not a frosted version. The frosted version includes menthol. It's awful dark in here. It just went dark all of a sudden. So the frosted version does include menthol. This one doesn't. Now, what I will say is the menthol does alter the scent. Now, not so much out of the bottle, but once you actually get it on your hands, rub it and put it on your face, you can smell the menthol. It does mingle with the scent. So I've got the Franken Lime and Heliopteris, which is the Fougere sort of scent. They're both beautiful scents in their own right, but with the menthol it does affect it a bit. It does not bother me, but if you want that 100% beautiful scent from the bottle, don't get the mentholated version. But all in all, it doesn't matter what one you get, you're going to get awesome skin food for your skin. So the soap for today is Face Fat, and the scent was Lavender. These are 4-ounce tubs. It's a very hard soap and it will last you a good while, I can assure you that it is a hard soap. Be sure to load it very heavy into your brush, or load a good amount into your brush, especially if you're using a natural hairbrush. It just loves water, and if you don't get enough into your brush, you do struggle, in my opinion, to get the lather right on it. It's best to have just a little bit more than what you would normally load for your soaps. If you bloom it, it'll probably work a little bit better again, because it'll be a little softer on the top and it will allow you to load into your brush quicker. So the brush was the MAOL 2-band, which was actually re-knotted by Reyes Restores over in the States. I had a tiny little game changer knot in here and it just did not work well at all. So I had that re-knotted by Reyes and he did a beautiful job. There's no marks or damage to the handle, which is awesome. I've got the Manchester United logo in the bottom, and the handle itself was made by Leo Frilot of perfectwoodworkllc.com, I think it is. And the razor today was the Karve razor, the Christopher Bradley razor from Karve Shaving Company. Now he also sells brushes over there. You can buy plates, top caps, handles. If you buy this razor, you can add whatever you want to it pretty much from his website. But beautiful little razor, super smooth. And this blade today, the Askell, was absolutely superb. Super smooth, super efficient, very sharp. No nicks, no cuts, no weepers, no nothing. Just a beautiful, very minimal irritation shave. And we finished off today with MAOL Grooming, handmade in Canada, wildflowers. And the scent on this, I mean, it's obviously got lavender in there, but there's other stuff going on. It's a stunning scent for a floral scent, and I'm not into floral scents at all, but it will mingle with a few different scents that I've got. The scents on them do last a pretty good amount of time, if I'm honest. You get a few hours out of a scent on these bottles. Now, I'm only using 3 tiny drops on my hand. It's not a sort of cover yourself in scent sort of scent. It's just enough that you get a nice scent of it, and you can still smell it for a few hours afterwards, sometimes a bit longer. The lime one being the least in terms of longevity, only lasts about an hour or so if you're lucky, probably less. But that being said, I am done and dusted. I had a wonderful shave once again with Face Fat from Western Australia, and I did see that he's got all this stuff pretty much around the world now. So if you haven't tried it yet and you want to try it, jump onto facefatshaving.com. Listen to that rain, it's freaking shithouse, and grab yourself a tub. It's really worth it. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. I'll catch you guys hopefully on a nicer day. Cheers.